up, YouTube? I wanted to vlog a little bit because I'm gonna tell y'all, just like y'all see from an objective point of view my vlogs, I see from objective point of view my vlogs too. I post everything because I'm honest, and just documenting my kind of travel in life and my sojourn. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm sure that y'all see that I clearly see too. I mean, we all know there's definitely a change taking place inside of me, and I can understand the change because, in order to grow, we have to change, but I don't, it needs to be a little bit of education to that change. So I'm going to educate myself on it. And this is what I'm seeing. Like earlier today, I was saying how I was starting to hate people. I need to take that back, and I do take it back because it needs to be thought out a little bit better. Because with the knowledge that I know spiritually, I know that, and this has always been something that's been a tenet for me, but the way that you feel about other people is the way that you feel about yourself. So if I start to, feel that way about other people, then really what I'm doing is feeling that way about me because we're all connected. So I need to cut that out. What made me feel that way is because I guess, and this is just being honest with you guys, that, after all these years, like I said, I'm going on 40, like real soon, like in a couple of months, after all these years of being a good person, this, that, other, it really, the naivety and everything hasn't got me anywhere. Even up to tonight, I've been tried at work, where people have tried to, like y'all know, the living situation, I apologize for stuff that immediately because I wanted to appease. And I thought about it, say, hey, that's not even impossible for me to have done that, And then with the her situation today, I had the earpiece on. I guess the guy couldn't tell that I had it on, and he was trying to tell me that a manager was calling me. No, the manager was not, because I had an earpiece on. He was calling this other person, and the person he was calling sounded nothing like me or my position, So, I need to stop it, I don't want to ever get into a situation where I ever use that word again. That's like the foulest word ever. But between love and hate, it is a thin line between love and hate, because in order to hate something, you have to have passionately loved, and if y'all know my past, up until like the mid-20s or so, I was all about humanitarianism and helping people, but then, like I said, the reality of the world hit me when I was falsely accused of something, and convicted, and had to, it was by the grace of God, stuff got overturned, because I'm going to tell y'all, and I feel bound in me trying to speak on it now, but it was by the grace of God because I fought it, but I'm just going to leave it at that. It's by the grace of God. I took some action towards it, but definitely, whatever higher powers that be had a play in that. But I'm going to say, so I take that back because I love myself and I don't want my heart to grow cold. As far as being bitter, I can see that possibly. I don't know if that's avoidable, you know what I'm saying? Because when you see enough things, but I guess what the antidote for bitterness and for a cold heart would be understanding. So I have to understand, just like I was mad earlier today about that woman, I have to think of it the same way. Hey, ain't that the pot kettle? And I saw this clearly when I was vlogging it, but I was just not going to even speak on it. But that's just about as ignorant as can be. And that would have been my very first time being ignorant like that, where I knew something and I didn't speak on it that was true about myself. So I'm going to speak on it now because, I've had a lot of firsts in my 30s, and I really not ready for that one to be a first, just knowledgeable ignorance, being ignorant, knowing you're ignorant and sticking to it. But that was me calling the pot calling the kettle black, because how many times have I done that? I have it recorded where people have spoken to me or try to offer me something and I absolutely wanted nothing to do with them, So, I can't even fault her. And the understanding portion of it comes here when, the fact is that I do understand because, when you've gone through as much as if I gone through, and she's probably gone through more because she brought children and grandchildren into this world. I didn't do all of that, you know. And just the same way I feel about her, probably a lot of people feel about me. As a matter of fact, someone made that clear the other day. Every now and then, just for conversational purposes, I'll post on CL. And somebody responded for a conversation one. And the conversation started out good. But then when they got into, I was honest, my living situation, I told them. And I normally wouldn't be so quick to jump on a phone and call, but I was walking back from work one day, and I wanted some company while I was walking. And it was a long walk, and I thought it was a great conversation. But when I got in, I just was honest about my situation. And that honesty about my situation, again, like I said, people want to know people that they feel are doing well or doing better than them because it makes them feel like they're important, special. But if you're a person that, seems like a loser or not doing well, they don't want to be associated with that, So what ends up happening is that even though you may not have done anything wrong, they may have potentially liked you or liked things about you when they find out that you're a quote-unquote loser, that you don't have really a lot of winning situations in life. Then in order to distance themselves and to not make themselves feel bad for it, they will put blame on you, like those people, put you in a group with those people and whatever. But again, like I said, I can't really, I can't hate on that. I can't, because again, that's the pot calling the kettle black, because I do the same thing. Like, I don't want to be associated with those people that I live with because of those different reasons. And that whole thing, too, had me really sad today. I have to tell the truth because it's a lot that I didn't record on here because it's things of the heart when you feel betrayed. But again, the thing about, prejudging people in a way for the positive or the negative that I talked about other people, it applies to me, too. The reason I feel betrayed was because I prejudged and I assumed that because this person had a similar background to mine that they were similar, but they're not. Probably the majority of people are different than my mother, of that culture. So she's a one in a million, what can I say? But the world has kind of entrapped her just like it's trying to entrap me, and change my spirit. I do believe that there are some adjustments to be made, meaning that, I can't go on being a 40-year-old woman and being as naive as I am. I definitely cannot do that. That's not a viable option. I need to learn something from it and demonstrate that I learned. But I do not want to just arbitrarily be cold-hearted. I don't want to be cold. And I don't want to be embittered. I don't want to be embittered to the point where, I don't know, where I just don't have feelings anymore. Like, I was watching, and, God bless his soul, lay his soul to rest, because I understand, and a lot of people probably do understand, but they can't verbalize it because then they would be seen as, they'll have like a question mark over their head. But God bless his soul, the Elliot Rogers guy, because as I listened to his vlogs and things like that, I was scared to even subscribe, but just he was being honest, and I understood where he was saying. Now, I don't condone ever hurting anyone, but everything that led up to that path, and I wanted to do like video responses, even though he's passed on, of how, because maybe it would teach others how to act and respond to people that they see like that, And it was just so touching to me, I remember feeling disappointed like that before, about how I remember when I was living at this one place, and this is the last 10 years, like I said, because of that thing that happened, that false accusation, my life has been substandard as far as what I thought would be average. But, okay, I got to cut this short, but I'll get into it later, y'all. But again, love and peace, and I already stated what the purpose of this video was. So Bye.